So today is the first installment of my commentary. I didn't really know what I was going to say, but then I came home after church and was walking on the treadmill, flipped on the TV and was watching Law & Order. Now previously I've sworn off Law & Order because they're, I would have to say, cautiously half of the episodes have an anti-Christian bias. The episode tonight, long story short, was some guy who was being portrayed as a Christian leader who was indoctrinating children to be warriors to go out and basically wage jihad against infidels. Sound familiar but not Christian? Anyway, so the whole episode was basically building up a straw man and the worst possible characteristics or characters of Christians you can think of, and making them really bad. But the worst part about it was almost that the guy ends up getting off, you know, after one of his disciples kills his mother and all this other stuff. He gets off because somebody's reading the Bible in the jury room, and that tainted everybody, and la 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 la. So I normally get really irate because I try not to watch those shows, but they're on, and it's like I'm paying somebody to hit me in the face, but I gotta watch it sometimes. So anyway, so I watched it, and I was really upset. But then I was reading my Bible a little bit today, and I was reading in John chapter 17 or 15, where Jesus said, "If the world hates you, you know that it has hated me before it hated you. If you're of the world would love its own, but because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, because of this the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you, a slave is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they keep my word, they will keep yours also." So, long story short, as much as I really dislike it, you know, Dick Wolf and those guys at NBC who do the Law & Order series, they're fulfilling Jesus' prophetic words that people hate Christians just like they hated him. And they use the worst caricatures, the worst straw men they can build to make us look as bad as they want us to be, or the bad as they think we are, because they hate us so much. And, you know, they had to lie to get Jesus, and, you know, the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the Sanhedrin lied and had all kinds of false accusations against Christ to get him, you know, finally, before they, to try and get him crucified. And they had to use those, so they have to use straw men against us. Now you can, you know, Christians sin, and Christians have done some bad things, obviously. You know, no one's going to ever excuse that. But I can tell you one thing, if there was somebody in the United States where, you know, who was promoting jihad type stuff, you would see en masse Christians come out and condemn that, right? Do you see NBC writing shows for Law & Order about the Buddhists killing people over in India? About, or do you see, you know, or do you see writing about Islamic type fundamentalist jihad? No, right? You don't see that. What you do see is attacks against Christians. So, you know what? It's a prophecy fulfilled. I can either get angry about it, but you know, that's the way it's going to be. They're going to hate Christians, and because it's easier to hate and break down and take down a stereotype that's built off of straw men, well, you know what? That's what they're going to do. So maybe it's just a blessing to know that they're fulfilling what Jesus said. They hate us because they hated him. So to everybody else at NBC, my name's EJ, and these are my thoughts, and God grant you grace.